Hello and welcome to another Bale story time. Today's book is Busy, Buzzy Bees by Fowler. When an office or a store or perhaps your classroom is very, very busy, people say it is a beehive of activity. So you can imagine how busy it is inside a beehive, especially in summer. A hive is like a city of honeybees. Each hive has one queen bee, several hundred drones, and as many as 50,000 worker bees. The queen lives 3 or 4 years. She mates just once with the drones or male bees. After that, all she does is lay eggs, sometimes more than 1,000 a day. She doesn't even have to look for food. The workers feed her. Most worker bees live only about 6 weeks, but they certainly keep busy. For 2 or 3 weeks, they work inside the hive. Worker bees have different jobs: keeping the hive clean and guarding it, or feeding the queen and the newly hatched larvae, or adding new cells to the honeycomb. Worker bees build the cells out of wax, which comes from their own bodies. Finally, they leave the hive and fly out into the fields to look for flowers. Bees are attracted to blue, purple, or yellow flowers that smell sweet. Not red ones so much, because the bees can't recognize the color red. The workers suck nectar, the sugary liquid from the flowers. While a bee is gathering nectar, powder called pollen sticks to her legs and body. Some of it comes off when the bee visits the next flower. By carrying pollen from one flower to another, bees help the flowers produce seeds. New plants or flowers grow from the seeds. The worker bees bring the nectar back to the food store bees at the hive. Those bees deposit it in the cells of the honeycomb, where it turns into honey. When a bee returns to the hive, she sometimes seems to start dancing. The dance is really the bee's way of telling the other bees that she has found a good place for gathering nectar or pollen, and where that nectar or pollen is. People known as beekeepers set up boxes for the bees to use as hives. The beekeepers collect honey and wax from the hives. Honey bees aren't the only kind of bees. There are other bees that don't live in hives, and bees that don't sting. But honeybees have 2 special gifts for us. We can thank them for giving us honey and for helping flowers grow. As for bee stings, no thanks. Thanks for watching another episode of Bale Storytime, and we look forward to seeing you again.